Alrighty, folks, welcome to another episode of the March for Live Wrestling Podcast. My name is Jeff Bailey.
I'm Jerry Jones. What is up?
St. Patrick's Day Slam, Thunder Rosa, new championship, Jerry.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, what a match.
It was beautiful. I mean,
this was a spectacular evening of wrestling. What a show we got. Banger to start, banger to finish, meat in the middle.
Yeah.
This is what we want as fans. And think about this, my man. We are just 2 weeks out of a pay-per-view.
Right. Yep.
And Raw is... They're 4 weeks... they're like, what, 3 weeks away from... How far away from WrestleMania are they?
April 2nd and 3rd, right? So 2 weeks?
Barely 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Raw was boring as fuck. Let's be honest.
I watched some of it, but I couldn't get through it.
It was rough. I think we were all in deep Scott Hall feels. By the way, Scott Hall, my God, rest in peace.
Hey, yo.
A brother of brothers.
Yeah.
A personal favorite of mine. I'd like to talk about him to finish. We'll save our Scott Hall memories for the finish, but wow, what a night, Jerry. Were your overall thoughts of the show?
The show is I gave it an A+.
Oh, A+ for sure.
Yeah. This was just great television, and I don't know, but does it feel like, I mean, since Regal got here,
things are getting pretty tight and interesting.
Yes.
Man, I told you, I thought that his influence behind the scenes tightens things up in a way that's, I mean, he's intangible.
Yeah.
Intangible. And I'm going to get to even that more later. Yep. Before we dig into the matches, guys, hit the old V trigger on the subscribe button for us. Drop the top of bell on the old like. Leave us some comments. Tweet us down there. We want to hear from you guys. And if you're watching this not live, we know you're not, because nobody watches it live because we're awesome. But thank you guys. Really appreciate you. But oh man, here we go. 6-man action. We're getting full intros. I bitched about no intros last week. Get intros. Adam Cole comes out. And then we get Jungle Express and Jungle Express. Is that their real name? Jurassic Express.
Jurassic Express, yeah.
And Adam Page out. And Hangman is, this crowd, by the way, alive and awake.
Oh,
thank you very much, San Antonio.
San Antonio was alert and understood the assignment.
You rocked. Yep. You were with us. You helped tell the story, which was always such an integral part. But man, this has got to be a story of some amazing high spots. The triple moonsault.
Oh, that was beautiful, wasn't it? Oh my gosh.
The double doomsday device. A couple of these moves were literally made to be in a commercial. Almost. The doomsday device is a little on the choreographed side, but old Jungle Boy's knuckle lock. Yeah. It's just cannot be. It's so hard to get out of.
I mean, he's a jungle boy, so imagine
he's
locking up with a jungle. Yeah, I mean, you get a guy from the jungle. Yeah, it's gonna hurt. I get it.
So this is pretty great stuff, and and then good wrestling just wins.
Yep.
The heels just out wrestle the baby faces, isolate poor Jungle Boy out there, and then they get the win.
I mean, I loved this match. I loved it from start to finish. It was the outcome I hoped for.
I agree.
Also. Yeah,
absolutely. And Jungle Boy, who has lost to Adam Cole already, takes the pin. Nobody really has to do any reshuffling,
right?
And everybody still kind of just moves to the side, and I like that.
Yep.
quite all right with me in professional wrestling. Highly entertaining. I don't know if we're gonna get a Cole Hangman rematch. What are you thinking?
I don't know if we will soon, but I'm hoping not. I don't think it's necessary right now.
I really hope not.
Yeah, I think there are other stories that
Need
can be told. Yes, 100%. Which, by the way, apparently Eric Bischoff does not believe that AEW understand storytelling. He only sees it in the WWE, but he doesn't see it in AEW. And I'm like,
really?
What are you watching? Like,
you think they have a better story going?
Well, doesn't that explain
on the mothership?
Doesn't that explain everything you need to know on how he lost the Monday Night Wars?
Yeah,
because I'm like, oh yeah, that's exactly the frame of mind that you had when you tanked.
Gotta say, watched an old Nitro.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
on Peacock.
Yeah,
yeah,
to get a little Scott Hall taste, and the match that opened was Ric Flair, and God, it was just like, man. Oh, and Ric Flair is like, just bombing on sleeping with the other guy's wife. It's just like, oh man, it's like hot promo to start.
Yeah.
Thought about Nitro back then, man. It was like, ooh, they were just going for as much edge as possible.
I mean, I know we're talking AEW, but guys, for those of you who are younger wrestling fans or new wrestling fans, WCW Monday Night Nitro
was spectacular.
It was the coolest thing I'd ever seen, as far as, well, not just as far as wrestling goes. It was the coolest thing I'd ever seen on television. It was like, this is just awesome.
It's a great show. I mean, there's Nitro girls and wrestling and just trying to be over the top with everything they did.
Yeah.
Also led to some hilarious misses, but
yeah.
But this match was spectacular, and again, we get to move on kind of sideways, and so we get Keith Lee backstage with Team Taz and a brief détente.
Yeah. I love how the promo just starts with all those three guys just there. I'm like Keith Lee is probably like, hey, I don't sweat
either of you,
even though you guys jumped me. You jumped me last week, but here we are standing, doing this promo together.
Like, we'll see a Rampage.
Yeah,
guys.
Mm-hmm.
So we go out for our next match is Mox and Danielson.
Oh yeah,
versus Wheeler Yuta and Chuck. And what did you think of this, man?
What did you think of Danielson coming out of the?
He's been coming out of the heel tunnel.
Yeah,
this is not the first time he's been.
So he's there. Does that
clearly
now? What does that mean for Mox though?
He's always been a tweener. I mean,
yeah,
he's just gonna He's gonna be him,
right? Right.
The blue-eyed battler, as JR just fondly called him 500 times tonight.
Yeah. I think JR may be enamored a little bit with Moxley's.
He is.
His blue eyes.
His crystalline blue eyes, yes. They give us a technical classic. I love that Regal's on the call.
Yeah.
And he just is wonderful. I think he also calls out the best friends is Carney's kind of and low Carters. That's a little, I kind of think there's some next level stuff going on here, but I'm going to save it for after the match. But Wheeler gives us a hell of a performance in this match.
Yes, he did. Yeah, what'd you think of
that was a brutal pile driver in the in the commercial break, if anybody got that.
I'm like, whoo.
So and he has a hell of a comeback. And this is really, really, really good stuff from him. And next level.
Yeah.
He has shown that he has another level that we haven't gotten to see yet. And I like that. And but he runs into just the numbers game against these guys, and they just overwhelm him, and he goes down to the choke. But he decides to come back to the ring.
Yeah, he kind of stepped away from the best friends to come back in.
And, he takes the slap from Regal. And he shows that he's not going to back down.
Yeah.
Remember what Regal said, though, on commentary? He wants somebody to punch him.
Yeah. And
he's like, oh, I want the guy to punch me. Who's the guy going to be to punch me?
But Yuta didn't do it.
My friend, I think I know who this person will be.
Uh-oh.
Because I have a next level theory, my friend.
This is see, you've got the hat on, man. So now you've got to.
I got the Bray Wyatt hat on. This is my pool cap, or I wear at a pool. But it's my Bray Wyatt hat tonight, brother. Got some next level theory going.
Here we go.
I think Wheeler Yuta will be joining this team,
and
I think this team will be has a purpose. Their purpose, and I think we'll get to this a little bit later. The purpose of this team is to destroy the Jericho Appreciation Society.
Whoa! Okay.
And everybody on this team is going to have there's going to be counterparts. 2 living legends.
Yeah.
Regal and Jericho.
Yep.
A tag team. Mox Danielson. Matt and Angelo. Now they're going by their real names.
Yeah.
And the big heavy. For Jericho's big heavy is Hager.
Yeah.
Who's going to be the big heavy? I think I know who this person is.
Who is this person, Joe?
I think this person is a returning Miro, my friend.
Oh.
I think the Regal slap will awaken the beast inside Miro, and he will lay out the original villain. And the original villain will smile and say, "You're on the team, bub."
Wow.
And I think Wheeler Yuta is a win or two away from being on this level. And I think that when he kind of said, "Get out of the ring, sweetheart."
Yeah.
You don't want to go off and play with your carny friends. I almost think I think Danhausen being grouped with best friends. Not a coincidence.
Talk to me. What do you think's happening here?
I just think he got grouped with them just to kind of show, like, all right, Wheeler, this is, you can play the game and be the carny guy and do fun stuff with these kids. If you want that, you want to be a professional wrestler, come with us.
Yeah.
Show us. You've shown that there's a next level. We brought it out of you. Now come to our team. And now we'll take you to the next level, kid.
So I am very curious how this ties back into the ultimate, what you say, maybe ultimate goal.
I think it's to destroy the Jericho Appreciation Society. And if we're going to skip ahead to this, to those guys, we can. But there was some good stuff that happened with FTR and the Bucks.
Yeah.
I think that was actually pretty good. And we got that Max Caster promo. And that was just a great segment. That was a fantastic segment. This first hour of Dynamite was amazing.
Tell me what you loved about this segment.
So much stuff. The best part, and then you get Starks and Hobbs coming in again.
Yeah, right.
But the best part is Swerve rolls by.
Right.
It just is like, oh yeah, that's my house. Talking about Rampage is your place, my house. I'm like, man. It's like, oh man, it's like you're already coming in full swing, and the best part is Caster's like,
is that dude a rapper?
What kind of rapper? I know him from somewhere. He's a rapper. I think he's a rapper. But no, I love it. It's great. And then, but the whole FTR in the box thing. FTR is kind of discussing, hey, we've been thinking about this for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Bucks kind of stroll in, and they're like, "Oh, you're saying you want the best to be your manager, and but then they're just giving them an awful lot of push. It's like, all right, it's time for the FTR Bucks battle again.
Yeah,
it's time for another round.
Yeah, I think we're ready. I think we're all ready for that, man.
And hey, you want to tease Bret Hart? Awesome, cool. I'm cool with it. Do it. Let's do it. And we even got a little. We actually got the heart attack in the Mox from Mox and Danielson. I don't know if you noticed that or not. Pretty awesome. Love a great callback move.
Mm-hmm.
But then we get the Jericho Appreciation Society forming. What do you think about this whole segment? This is, he has immediately made himself extremely relevant in just the flip of a switch.
Yeah. Dude, Chris Jericho is a master. He's just masterful at
He's a master sports entertainer.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what do you think about this, man? This is outrageous.
I love that it's just so weird. And
dude, I almost feel like this is almost kind of like a pipe bomb moment. I kind of feel in AEW. They might mark this day down because this is a pretty good one.
Yeah.
But he even comes out full Joker look, by the way. The purple leather gloves and purple leather jacket. Oh my god.
I love that I love he's kind of promo. You don't appreciate me. And I'm like, dude, they literally just sang
you in, dude.
And I love it, like, and you people don't care about me. I'm like, oh, he's just a wonderful entertainer.
Oh, I know. He
truly is.
And he's giving us just full, he's in full Jarrah heel now. And I like it. God, Hager's just so bad. Even everybody else comes out looking pretty swag.
Yeah.
Except Hager looks like one of the dudes from the Mean Street Posse. Old Shane McMahon's old crew.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah.
Who's the dude from the
Brooklyn Brawler?
Well, no, he was kind of like the makeover of him, the Green Street, whatever. The Greenwich Crew, the Greenwich Bruiser. I can't remember. Whatever. Anyways. So Jericho, this is the sports entertainer promo.
Yeah.
He comes out and says, I am the most successful. I do all this stuff not because I'm a professional wrestler. I am a sports entertainer. And Red Death even comes out and says, I too am a sports entertainer. Indie darling.
Yeah.
And he told the truth. This is all true. True story. If you don't know this about Daniel Garcia, he was in that horrific crash, and literally had to walk again. Detrimental, but he's already back. He turned that around so fast. But all this is true. And he's like 2.0. That's bad creative. They're going by your real names.
Yeah.
I
love how they use this as the opportunity just to we're gonna ditch that. We don't want to.
And he lays a ton of kayfabe. Layers in a ton of kayfabe. While calling himself a sports entertainer, he decides to layer in a ton of shoot info.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
The Hager. Hager's my ride or die. Saved my life in Dubai.
Yeah.
He's layering in all this stuff, and this is really good.
Yeah.
But then that's entertainment. It's so bad, it's kind of good.
Yeah.
That Jake Hager. I mean, all you got to do is like.
Yeah, he can't. Yeah. I'm like, dude.
The J-A-S. I mean, he's just like, oh man. I hate to make fun of a guy with a speech impediment, but oh my lord. Give him a different line.
I'm sorry.
Give him a different line.
It's just so funny. I'm sorry. You know, yeah.
Oh God, I'm so sorry. I can't do it. Oh, I can't make fun of this guy. This is so bad. I am so sorry to people out there with speech impediments. I sincerely apologize.
But it's
the Bray Hat is evil incarnate. I'm saying.
I mean, we're not.
Things.
Here's the thing, you guys. We're not just. We wouldn't make fun of someone with a speech impediment, but it's also that it's Jake Hager. I just think because he's terrible in the ring. He's just. I'm sorry. I don't want to say terrible. I'm an overweight 50-year-old, so I'm not going to say anybody's terrible in the ring, but
he's not good.
He's not good.
No, he's real bad.
And yeah,
I mean, like you said it best. I thought many moons ago. You were like, and Hager's mom won't even pay to watch him wrestle. It's like, you know. Yeah, he's real bad. But I like it. They beat up pro wrestlers, and that's entertainment.
Yeah, the JAS.
And Regal makes pro wrestlers.
Yeah.
They beat up pro wrestlers. Regal makes them. So I'm thinking everybody has an opposite number in this feud, like I said. So I think eventually it's going to come to a head.
Yeah.
But yeah, you got your kind of tag teams. And then, you got your heavies, Hager, Miro, and then you got your young guns.
Yeah.
Garcia, Yuta.
Yeah, okay.
Just a theory.
Huh. Wow.
I like it. I think that it's meant to, I mean, this is it could be a massive feud, embroil all these guys for a long time. Nobody has to worry about top title gold. It kind of puts, big time, top guys don't have to worry about them being in the title picture.
Yeah.
It allows Hangman to just kind of keep on riding. But then we get a nice, awesome promo from Serena Deeb about Sheeta. She's like, "Oh, you've been thinking about me?
I didn't
even thought about you.
Wow.
But when you're going to be thinking about me? After I retire you."
Yeah.
Oh man, this is gonna be so good. This is a fight forever.
Oh yeah, it's just
that's like I could watch it all the time.
I'm like, that's just that's an amazing promo that she cut. It's going to be violent. This match can be beautiful. But yeah, Serena Deeb, man, she's awesome. She's
good, and she's good with them. I mean, she's a good promo person too. I mean,
oh yeah,
100%. Let's get her out there. Now you get a baby face with the belt. It's time for the heels to step up.
That's right.
Also got that look at Statlander. Taking out the contact, taking off the makeup.
Yeah. So there's fractures now within the best friend community, right? Big time. I wonder. So it'll be interesting to see kind of where they take this.
God, what is Statlander? I mean, Statlander and Yuta are like they're like I don't know if they're a thing in real life or not, but what if they both joined up with Regal?
We'll see. There you go. Yeah.
Time to not be an alien. It's going to be Chris Statlander, like the real you.
Yeah. I like it.
Maybe. Who knows? Maybe he's the guy that finally tames Orange Cassidy. and gets Orange Cassidy's next level.
Okay.
You don't even try. I mean, them feuding with these guys, I kind of think almost makes sense.
Yeah.
Bunch of slapstick artists that, I mean, whatever you're doing, you know, the hug, and I'm going to make professional wrestlers out of you guys.
Well, and so to that point, could this be, so, you know, you're talking about how Mox and Danielson might be there to destroy the JAS, but might they also be using this as an opportunity to destroy, I don't want to say
all these stables?
Yeah. And that you're not to move from being a gimmick to, no, you're going to be a professional wrestler. Right. Because I'm starting to think, I don't know, I would love to see the Best Friends kind of get fractured a little bit. I would love to see even a Dark Order. Like, hey, can we kind of break this up a little bit?
There's the sentimentality for Dark Order. I think the only person that could come in, period, and do anything with them is Wyndham. That's it.
Yeah.
It's Wyndham and maybe, I mean, and clearly Redbeard is about, but
yeah.
But yeah, I think that would be the dudes. I mean, to ever do anything with Dark Order, that's it.
Yeah.
But moving on, we got Wardlow versus Scorpio Sky, and man, I think I'm pretty good at predicting some pro wrestling stuff, huh?
Yeah, you kind of, you've been on a bit of a roll. Yeah.
Put me on DraftKings. Everybody sponsor me on DraftKings.
I mean, you called it when they were starting to, kind of referring, hey, I haven't lost in 362 days or whatever. Yeah.
He's an amazing technical wrestler, and he's a sneaky heel.
Yeah.
To boot.
Yeah.
Didn't even need Man of the Year. Ethan Page. I don't know why Ethan Page isn't there. I wonder if he had travel issues or something.
I was kind of like, huh.
Post that he took the day off after he knew MJF was involved. He didn't want to. He's like, I didn't want to.
Yeah.
Didn't want to have anything to do with the MJF.
Yeah.
But this is a great match. But eventually Scorpio gets put down, and he eventually gets enveloped into the Powerbomb Symphony. But he rolls out.
Yeah.
Of the ring, and Sean Spears.
Yeah.
Makes his way down, and what do you think of this, man?
I thought I thought of you because I was like, oh man, if they roll him up for a win, Jeff is not going to be happy.
Oh, I knew it was happening.
Yeah.
Oh, I knew it. And at least make it look good, Scorpio, and he sure did.
Yeah.
He rolled the hell out of him. It looked... I'm all right with roll-ups as long as it looks like a genuine pinning predicament. Like, genuinely, like, oh, fuck, I cannot get my shoulders off the ground. There's no way. It's impossible.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
And, I mean, this is kind of like I said, we knew this was going to happen.
Yeah, we knew it was going to happen. I thought both looked great. Obviously, they showed that it would take multiple people to put Wardlow in a position.
Oh yeah,
to get beat. But my whole big thing is like it continues Scorpio Sky's reign. He's got to win over Wardlow. Wardlow comes out looking great. I'm sure
I like it. I mean. And
you
get a lot of chicanery. I mean, what do you think about Dan Lambert wearing a goddamn title belt?
I think they should never, ever let that happen again.
Oh, that's cringeworthy almost.
It was awful. Like,
no. You gave him that belt to put in his collection.
Yeah, and he's walking around.
Put it away.
Yeah, put it away. And for
thank you.
You can walk down the ring with the belt on, but once the match starts, take the belt off, dummy. Like, yeah, I don't ever.
Why you wore it through the whole match? That's freaking weird, dude. It just got strange. It looked strange.
I personally find it disrespectful to the athletes for a non-wrestler, a belt that he did not take any bumps for. I just don't think you wear a belt unless you've taken bump. Like
who might have taken a bump in that match?
I mean, like title belts are for wrestlers only. I didn't like it.
I didn't like it either.
It really pissed me off.
Kind of bothered me.
Yeah.
But alas, let's move on.
Yeah.
So we come back out to Jade, and Jade has a great promo. Well, promo section. Who's next? And Smart Mark, great Twitter trade. He had a great Twitter chain today of putting his moves out there. And he's like headlock, and it's like next one, and it like slowly, it's only like 4 or 5 moves, and it transitions into him taking the moves. It's wonderful.
Smart Mark is a good follow. For sure.
He is. He's fun. Yeah, he's great on toy hunts and stuff. I love it. But anyways. So we come out next to
real quick, I just want to mention that I listened to a couple different pods with Jade. She was on Vicky's podcast last week.
Vicky Guerrero?
Yeah, and then I listened to that, and then I was getting caught up on Talk is Jericho, and she was on just a few weeks ago, so I listened to that one. She's a dynamic human being, and she's been working really hard. Jade has turned me into a fan. I was a hater, and
she is not going to be outworked by anybody.
No,
that's for sure.
For her to be learning, she's 29 matches in, and then a tag match that she's been in. And I think that's probably about it.
Yep. As a professional,
and for her to make this kind of exponential growth is pretty amazing. Like, so you think about where she'll be a year from now, 2 years from now,
especially with someone like Daniel Bryan.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
But speaking, all right, so she's had 29 matches in her career. We go to the Hardys with over the 700 matches to their credit as a tag team. Wow. Incredible. We get to see them versus Private Party. Get to see and get their stuff in. Mad a little dancing. You know, and that's just the music. The fact they got the music. How do you let that catalog of music go? Apparently, as a ton of wrestlers, old music is now AEW owns it because they got it as part of that catalog. So they actually have a bunch of old WWE themes.
Nice.
It's kind of funny, but I love it. Get to see their awesome, some of their classic offense. Just to see Matt take the heart, get Matt getting Jeff in with the hot tag.
Yeah, it was beautiful, man. And
and
to see, like the kind of the standard bearers for this type of tag team wrestling and with these young guys, kind of the future.
Oh yeah.
Private Party. It was just fun to watch, man.
Really fun. I dig it.
Yeah.
So then the AFO comes out to try to, put the baby in the corner, and Sting and Darby say no.
No, we
nice little face off. Of course, this will be a match soon.
Oh yeah.
But Blade's jacket looks awesome.
That dude,
love the Butcher and the Blade.
Man, I love those two guys, man.
They're physical. Beefy, mean guys. I mean, it's just great.
Yeah, I want to see them. I want to see those two guys tagging more on television.
Classic heel tag team. They have hard, Butcher has a hard time staying healthy for very long.
Yeah.
Blade seems to be almost impervious.
He's impervious.
Give Blade a little push or something for, something.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't mind it. So then we go to Red Velvet, and she's got some shit to say about Layla Hirsch. We get a Rampage preview, so it'll be Red Velvet, Layla Hirsch.
Yeah.
The House of Black, awesome, against Bear Country and Por Fuego del Sol, which means Por Fuego probably won't have a head.
Oh no, he's gonna be broken.
He's gonna get kicked in the head so many times. He's gonna need he was looking for Bryan Danielson all the time on the vlog. I think he's gonna be looking for a chiropractor.
Yeah.
After that match, they'll get Keith Lee versus Max Caster, which will be, I think, a fantastic match. So now we go to the main event. And the AEW cage is lowered.
Yeah.
I love that they kind of just do whatever they want for the cage. Sometimes it's this, sometimes it's that.
Yeah.
We got it with a little more space around it, so it kind of had this match almost had a Hell in a Cell kind of feel.
Yeah. It was. That's kind of quasi.
I love that their cage is really tall.
Yeah.
It's like there's not really. I mean, either you could climb up there. It's the long way down.
Right.
But this is good, man. What do you think of your overall impressions of this match?
I love just the brutality of when Britt got cut and Thunder just has her and it's just raking her.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, oh my,
merciless.
Yeah, I just love the intensity
of
it.
Bloodbath.
Yeah.
And even Paul Turner got in on the bloody action. I think he got that super kick caught him square.
Ooh, man,
in the nose. I think I think his nose is broken.
Ooh.
So Aubrey rolls in for the save. What do you think of some? Man, the air raid crash into the chairs.
Yeah. Oof.
And then Britt gets knocked into the chairs. I mean, this is some pretty, this is some, they get more innovation, more. And I just love that JR. God, by God, why do we need a bag of thumbtacks under the ring? I mean, does the ring crew need a bag of thumbtacks?
I mean, JR is asking the really important life questions right now. Because I always wonder what the hell is that stuff doing? Yeah, I want to know, why is it under there?
So it's just a classic.
I got it.
And then I love that Tony's like, well, maybe Jamie Hayter put him there for the match. JR. I would never see the ref checking into the ring for Danhausen's and portals to hell or Undertakers or anything else before matches start.
I actually thought that those two would be under the ring. I was almost expecting them to be under the ring, but then Martinez.
I think as soon as Thunder came out with the full face paint, with the mariachi music,
that was beautiful.
It was beautiful, that. And then she came out to her theme and with the full face paint. It was pretty amazing. She had the date on her butt, so it's like, it's pretty obvious that she was leaving with the belt.
I mean, there's no way there's going to be a San Antonio screw job. There's no way that was going to happen.
And I love that Britt had the white gear. Just kind of like it really kind of pops the blood. It's got to admit it kind of makes it look really good. And
she found the camera again in this match with the blood.
Always.
But
Thunder did too. Yeah,
multiple times.
They did a great job. And then the attacks come out, and then multiple brutal moves into the tax.
Yeah.
Notice that she kindly didn't do the Thunder, the Thunder Fire Driver into the tax for the finish.
Yeah.
And Britt rolled out after the power bomb. So I'm kind of almost thinking Britt was like, I ain't doing it in one more. I think she's like, put me down like on a clean spot. Like,
yeah. But even when Aubrey was making her count, she was right into the tax. I'm like, Jesus Christ, Aubrey! I'm such a
rough.
Yeah.
Yeah, just seeing tax, in places on them, not nice places. That was just
oof. Oh yeah, like oof. Yeah,
that was rough.
They are tough. They are two just tough competitors. I thought Britt, her in-ring performance, I think was much better than 2 weeks ago.
I just think it's amazing to me that Tony Khan chooses to let stars have their flowers in front of their hometown crowds. Whereas Vince has always been about, no, you got to do the job in your hometown. That's just the nature of the business. You don't get over in your hometown.
Right.
But no, it's like, I love that TK lets you get your flowers in the hometown. It's awesome.
Yeah.
CM Punk debuts in Chicago. All in or all out in Chicago.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
Thunder Rosa wins the title in San Antonio. This is this is awesome stuff to me.
Yeah. Yeah. So any predictions on who Thunder's next
first opponent?
Yeah.
I'm thinking it's probably going to be Layla Hirsch.
Ooh. Yeah.
I think Layla probably takes down Red Velvet. Layla's like pretty high up on the rankings. So I'm thinking maybe go that route. Because Thunder was ranked number 1, of course. So.
Yeah.
Go there with that. But
I think that makes sense.
I'm also curious about who's going to come after Jade next.
Man, I would love if it were Nyla.
Maybe.
I would love if it were Nyla.
Or what if an angry Britt Baker says, I want gold. Gimme.
Ooh, man. Well,
a vengeful, angry Britt Baker.
What we know for sure is that Jade's streak will be ended by. It will have to be someone at the top of the women's division,
or a built person, or a top girl.
It's gonna it. So I don't know when it will happen, but I believe you're right. I think it will be.
It'll be a Serena Deeb or a Britt Baker,
or
one of those somebody like that. A big heel.
Yep, 100%. But we'll see.
Speaking of bad guys, we were saddened on Monday to hear about the loss of Scott Hall, especially after he had, come back, kind of turned his life around. Unfortunately, had multiple heart attacks, resulting from that hip surgery. So again, just what a loss. Razor Ramon was, as a kid to me. So this is kind of like my second go around with wrestling. And that's kind of when I discovered, guys like Sting and stuff like that in the WCW. But then, I immediately once I found the WWE product at the time, I love Bret Hart. I love Shawn Michaels and Razor. That ladder match. Both of those ladder matches with HBK. The matches with 1-2-3 Kid and his matches with Bret were so good. And then one of my all-time favorites, I think as goofy as it is, was Sting's title defense against him in '98. They kind of had a goofy match. It was clearly like no way in hell he was going to win, but they did a lot of entertaining, fun spots and just a lot of kind of classic stuff. And if you don't know that, folks, he's the one who told Sting to watch The Crow. Hey, man, have you seen this movie? Check it out. I think it might really be your thing. Do it with an Undertaker vibe.
Mm.
That was him.
Wow. Man. I mean, he truly did make it cool to be a bad guy. I mean, I love hey yo. I mean, for those of you who, if you've never watched Scott Hall or any promos of Scott Hall, just
hey yo.
Google. Yeah.
Time for a survey, Jerry.
Mm.
Survey says one more for the good guys.
Yeah.
I mean, he was just classic, dude. Hey man. He was just so cool.
Yeah.
And he did it in a way that was unfaltering.
Right.
There's a shot of somebody watched the video, and it's like,
oh, with him with the
people
in ring,
he gets hit
NWO.
he hits with the gun. It just doesn't even blink.
No.
And he's just like, yeah, man.
Yeah.
Whatever, dude. Come on, Chico.
Yeah.
I mean, he was just so cool. He made that. A lot of people do that move. All Ego does it now. A lot of people do the crucifix powerbomb, but you think it's the Razor's Edge.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's always going to be the Razor's Edge. He wasn't the first guy to do it, but he made it famous.
Yeah.
So it's his.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it absolutely does belong to him.
A lot of guys do the powerbomb.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he did the crucifix, and it was it was legit his.
Yeah, and I'm prone to hyperbole. I think the roster that WCW had was amazing, but I think it was Scott Hall. I think it was Scott Hall and Nash.
Yeah, dude,
that
he was
completely changed the face of that whole. They took Nitro to multiple different levels of ahead of where it was just, and it was Scott Hall. It was those two guys were the cool of professional wrestling.
You know who I am.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know why I'm here.
Right.
I mean, it's like, dude, that was like the coolest thing ever.
Yeah.
Razor Ramon just freaking walked into WCW Nitro.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was like, how cool is that? I mean, it was it was one of the coolest things I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And, it's unfortunate. He's like, a lot of people talk about him being one of the greatest I think he probably is the greatest to never win a world title.
Yeah. But
it's kind of a shame.
It's
I know
a shame.
His demons probably got in the way of that.
It's a shame, but I love, I mean, it's weird to say that I would have a favorite title, but the title that I love the matches on the most were the Intercontinental Championship.
They were so good.
I mean, for me, to me, that's just as important, of a title, as a world championship,
especially if you're considered kind of one of the greatest.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Intercontinental champions.
Yeah, I love that belt so much. Just all the greats that have held it.
The white belt, man, I always loved it.
Yeah.
Classic.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, man, just what a loss.
Yeah, he is an icon. I'm sorry, if you were to talk about if someone said Attitude Era, Razor Ramon,
he's immediately one of the people you think of.
Yeah, Razor Ramon. Yeah,
Monday Night War.
Mm-hmm.
That's like him and Hall or him and Nash on Nitro. I mean, that's one of the moments. That's like a pivotal Monday Night War moment.
Yeah, yeah,
and it was like I said, his creativity was and he was very generous. He was not. He was not. He put a lot of people over.
Yeah.
Put Jericho over, and took the heat for it.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't need to win this match. It's like, but it'll make you. It'll help you. I mean, he did that with 1, 2, 3 Kid. He did it with Jericho.
Mm-hmm.
And that's That's an unselfish person who put a lot of people over.
Yeah, he's an all-time great,
all-time legend. You will be missed.
Heaven just got a little bit more swag.
It did, man. Another entrant into Heaven's Royal Rumble.
Yeah, that's right.
But we will be missed. We look forward to an awesome Rampage.
Yes, whenever time it is.
WrestleMania. Whatever time basketball is over. 11 o'clock. We'll probably do a Sunday wrap up. How about that?
Yeah. Now, okay. So one of the things I did see a lot of Raw. I didn't see it all. But one of the things that I want to ask you if you watched it all, did they say anything at all about Big E? Yeah. And I know he's on SmackDown, but did they mention him at all?
Yeah. Yeah. They talked about him.
Good.
I think, I mean, good God, they'd have to.
I hope they better have. Like, even if it's like, hey, get well. I just didn't know if they did or not.
Oh, that'd be horrible.
Soulless. I mean, now it makes me want to actually watch it again.
I'm going to watch a 3-hour program. No, they kind of teased that if anything was going to happen with Cody, it was going to happen at the end. So most people only watched the last 30 minutes.
Can you believe that the main event was two guys who I think are their most talented
fighting to have a television show at WrestleMania
with Stone Cold Steve Austin? That's what you've reduced Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens to? That's what you want those two guys doing?
But in his defense, he has done this many times where he's like, somebody has I'm going to do this. You know what's an idea? I'm going to do this. You know, it's like he's done that many, many times.
Yeah,
he is one of those people.
Yeah.
But I think clearly, I think the thing to do is if they're gonna, you can tease it, and I think maybe go out that last Raw before WrestleMania. You have Seth go out there and do the promo or whatever. Cody doesn't have to come out if he's even coming.
Right.
But Cody doesn't even have to come out. And just straight, Cody just like literally hit the music. Everybody knows his music now. I mean, he owns his music. So.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Oh yeah, Cody owns his music.
Wow. Okay.
So yes, you will hear.
I mean, he'll be at WrestleMania. I mean, I don't think.
I think it's kind of a done deal.
Yeah, he'll be there.
We could all be made fools, my friend.
I mean, well, Vince
knows. Also realize, oh my God, I don't want to work for Vince McMahon again.
Vince knows what we want, so.
But he also knows what a WrestleMania paycheck feels like, and you want it.
This is going to be the most stupendous WrestleMania ever.
Stupendous. You looked it up, right, Jerry?
Yeah.
You're curious about the word now. I said it.
Stupendous. You do a great Vince.
Thank you, Jerry. I appreciate it. Much appreciated, Jerry. You can't do the hair. I don't have enough hair to do. You can do the bald billionaire.
If you could have back. What if you could have entrance music just for whenever you wanted to make a statement, walk into a room? What theme would you use? What wrestler's theme would be your walk-in music?
Oh, if I'm just trying to make an impression?
Yeah.
Ooh. That's a tough question. It's just like, what kind of impression am I trying to make here? Am I trying to scare the living bejesus out of these people? Am I trying to say I'm swag and badass? I mean,
swag or badass, or
you're just like I am the shit.
Oh, so say you want your entrance music when you show up at a party.
Oh, Dolph Ziggler, big time.
Yeah,
I'm here to show the world.
Hello.
That just kicks in. Edge changed his music.
So Edge apparently now
but it is still an Alter Bridge song, and it actually is a pretty good song.
Yeah.
It's just kind of jarring and different.
I love how he just turned heel
instantly, and he even took off. It's instead of the woman's voice saying "You think you know me,"
Mm-hmm.
It's Edge saying, "You thought you knew.
You knew me." Yeah. I love how they just they change Edge for every big pay-per-view. They're like, okay, Edge.
I mean, if this is his idea, I guess cool.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's not, oh man, I don't know if I like it.
Well, they're gonna go with it until you know. Not a fan of it, but we'll see.
I mean, here's the deal, dude. They are struggling to stretch enough content to cover 3 hours of television on the mothership.
Yeah.
AEW is trying to cram as much they can into 2 hours and give you as much entertainment as possible and give you the, if you just get your wrestling kicks and you don't really need a lot of promo from low card, that's dark. You can watch you get your kicks that way. And that way they can focus all that programming into that, making the actual TV awesome and compelling. And like, I can't get up. I mean, I'm like, it's so good. There's always something going on. Whereas Raw is, like I said, they're trying to shove as many commercials into it as they can.
Yeah. 10-minute ring entrances and whatnot. Yeah, it's I think we may have lost Jeff here. A little technical difficulty, but I'm sure he'll be
back
in the studio.
This happened.
You zapped out.
Wrong button, guys.
But I do think we're almost about closing time, aren't we?
I think we are.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, guys. We will, again, hit us on the Twitter down there and leave us messages, comments, anything, guys. We'd love to hear from you, and we appreciate you.
Yep.
We'll see you next time on the old Marked for Life Wrestling Podcast.
Peace.